Firstly, I want to thank the wonderful people of the Upper Hunter for their patience and their respect during this by-election campaign. The campaign has been hard fought, and my last and final message to the community today is thank you for your support of our government, but please know that David Layzell is needed to ensure that we have a safe and strong government in New South Wales. We want to keep delivering those things that matter to our local communities, but also make sure that we keep our communities safe and take our state forward into the future. And David Layzell being part of my team and the Deputy Premier's team means that we can continue to do that. And can I urge everybody to consider him when they're going through and making that important vote today. But my overwhelming message is one of deepest gratitude and thanks for everybody's patience and support of our government. We know today will be a very, very close call. We don't know the outcome, none of us do. And I respect that most people will keep their vote to themselves. So for us, it's all about making sure that everybody is aware of what an outstanding candidate David Layzell is, how much he represents this community, but also our deepest gratitude to the people of the Upper Hunter for their directness, their frankness and their respect shown during the campaign. I'll now let the Deputy Premier say a few words. We'll hear from Dave and then we'll get on with election day. Thank you.
Thanks, Premier, and look, great to have the Premier back here in the Upper Hunter today and give us that final bit of support. The united team behind David Layzell. I can't say enough about this individual. Dave, his family have put everything on the line over 6 weeks in what has been a very tough campaign, and one that, of course, has taken a lot of effort, and Dave stepped up to the plate. One of the things I've enjoyed over the last 6 weeks is getting to know the community a lot closer, almost acting like a local member, understanding those issues that we'll have to fix. And we've made many commitments during this campaign that post today, we'll still be in government tomorrow, and we'll be back supporting this community. To the voters, I'll just say thank you for giving us the opportunity to be in the race, the opportunity to be here today, and giving maybe David Layzell an opportunity going forward. And we've got 18 months until the next general election, and we've got a lot of work to do, a lot of promises made at the 2019 election that we want to deliver on. A few more added in this by-election, and I'm confident if Dave gets over the line today, we can just continue on that agenda. So again, to the people of the Upper Hunter, thank you. And then, of course, thank you for allowing us to be part of your community over the last few weeks. We've enjoyed it, and hopefully today we'll get a result. Dave?
Well, thank you, everybody. It's a great honour to be here, standing in Muswellbrook, in the middle of the Upper Hunter electorate. Of course, I married a Muswellbrook girl, and so it's even more special to have my wife here, my father-in-law here, both born and bred in Muswellbrook, in this community. And this journey started 6 weeks ago, and I'm very proud of what we've actually presented, a positive vision for the Upper Hunter. And we've looked at these great industries that we have here, and we've looked into the details of the businesses, the people, and everyone who lives and works in this great region. So I hope we've actually shown to the entire state what a great place it is to live, what a great place it is to work and play. So I hope that people of the Upper Hunter in the last 6 weeks have had an opportunity to get to know me, because they certainly didn't know me 6 weeks ago, but I hope they know me now, and I hope they trust me to vote for me today, this big day for me, to represent them in the Upper Hunter by-election. Thank you.
Dave, can I just ask, has it been a big weight on your shoulder? There's a lot of talk about, they need you for strong and stable government. This has obviously been a local campaign, but you've been carrying a bit of a burden.
Oh, look, no, I haven't looked at it from that point of view. The big burden for me is actually the weight of responsibility that I don't let anyone down, to be quite honest. From a family, from the community, in my small community, for the people in the old electorate. I'm very sort of aware of the fact that I don't want to let them down, and I think I've presented a good positive vision for this electorate. So I hope I haven't, but that's the burden that I carry knowing that I'm going forth with their expectations.
The Premier said a couple of times it would be a miracle if you win, Dave. Does that put a bit of extra pressure on you?
Oh no, look, it just means you've got to work harder. Hopefully in that time the Premier's got to know me, and I believe that I've shown who I am to her and to the Deputy Premier. It's no different to anyone else in the electorate. You know, they have to know you, they have to be able to trust you, and I hope I've been able to show that to everyone.
And having the Premier here today, do you think it'll turn a few of those last undecided votes?
Oh look, there's no doubt that having the Premier here is a great honour and privilege. I think we've seen throughout these communities how much respect they have for the Premier, how much of respect they have for this government. It's been a great honour for us all to have her here, for everyone to have the opportunity to meet her, to see her. I can't tell you the number of people who come and show me selfies they've had with the Premier, and they're so proud. They're so proud. They'll be like printed off and they'll be put in the pool room for a long time to come. So it'll be a great, There you go.
Are you okay with the prospect of potentially, if Dave doesn't win today, negotiating with a crossbencher?
Oh look, I never deal in the hypotheticals, but I know in my heart that David Layzell is the best candidate for this community. He's demonstrated his capacity in the last 6 weeks. He is of the community. I love that he speaks his mind. He will be a strong part of the team if the people of the Upper Hunter see fit to elect him today, and I hope that's the case. We do need a strong team in government. I do rely on great local members providing that information to myself and the Deputy Premier so that we can make those decisions to take communities forward, and I know Dave would be an outstanding voice. I know that I'd be able to pick up the phone to him at any time to find out on the ground what's happening. As Premier, you'd like to think you're in every corner of the state every day, but you can't be. You do rely on good local members to give you that input, to tell you what's going on and to put forward their suggestions for their communities. And I know Dave will fulfil that role as a strong advocate if the people of the Great Upper Hunter choose to vote for him today.
How concerned are you that you may face another by-election soon in Burma?
Oh look, in government you deal with every day as it comes. We have a plan for our state, we have a strategy moving forward not only to keep our state safe, but to make sure we're creating jobs and keeping jobs and growing jobs into the future, and I want to be able to keep delivering on that plan, and it helps me. The more colleagues I have, the more strong local members I have in my government, the greater opportunity I have to lead a strong and stable government.
Does this by-election set the tone and get a glimpse of some of the issues in the broader electorate as we do head to a federal election?
Well, I think what has been really positive in the last 6 weeks is our opportunity for the whole state, the whole nation to have their focus on this part of New South Wales. It's a really important part. And as I said at the beginning of the campaign, I think the Upper Hunter represents what is possible, the coexistence of many industries, the coexistence of jobs across the board, and what we need to do as a state to stimulate those jobs and to grow new jobs into the future. And I'm feeling positive about the future of New South Wales, but I know that the Deputy Premier's job and my job will be that much less difficult. It's a difficult job, but less difficult if Dave's part of our team, and I hope the people of the Upper Hunter see that. I think by voting for Dave, they'll get the best candidate, but they'll also get the chance to support me and the Deputy Premier in our government.
Are you hanging around for the after party?
No, I'll be heading back down. I can't preempt what the result will be. I feel it'll be very close. I'll spend as much time as I can here today and then head back down.
Do you still think it's a miracle?
Oh look, I think under the circumstances, we will be absolutely breaking the course of history if we're successful. I mean, the average swing against a government on a by-election in the last more than a decade and a half has been 15% against a government. We only hold this seat by 2.something%. I'm always someone that looks at the maths and the evidence, and the maths and the evidence says that you get a swing anywhere between 15 and 20% on average against a government in a by-election. So my comments are certainly based on history and facts and evidence. I hope that we break all that today, but we can't pretend that this is an easy task for us.
Do you think the Gloucester results will be impacted by the merger of the Mid-Coast Council, Premier?
Look, I think every community will base their assessment or base their judgment on where they see their local community going and which party or which candidate they feel can put their issues forward. I think locals will have a whole different range of reasons they cast their vote on today. I hope most of them will cast their vote based on our government's performance and what we've delivered in this community and what we hope to deliver into the future. And I hope people think about that when they're voting. But I think in by-elections in particular, people cast their vote on a whole range of issues, and that's what we respect. I mean, by-elections do put a special focus on the local community, on local issues. And I hope, though, that when people are walking in the ballot box or casting their vote, they think about what Dave Layzell could bring to the team, to the New South Wales government, and how much the Deputy Premier and I need him in our team to provide that stability and to provide that strong leadership our state needs moving forward.
All right. Great.
Thank you, everybody.